Hello, welcome to my May reading. I've got a cold at the moment, so please excuse my voice, and I'll just try to give a little bit of a shorter reading for this month. Although that's probably impossible for me, but I'm going to try. Okay, first of all for May, we have the transformation card, and it's really showing me that the tides have turned and a lot of us are feeling the other side of the shift. And we're feeling that transformation. We've almost like got our bags packed and ready, and we're ready for the next move. Of course, it doesn't apply to everybody because there's some people that are still working through issues. There's a real sense for me of trusting your intuition and continuing on your journey from a higher level. I'm really drawn to the amulet which is hanging on her forehead there in the third eye chakra, and she's looking upwards towards the light, and there is green healing energy on the clothes she is wearing. So she's been through a powerful time of transformation, and as I said, ready for the next step. So I feel that in May there will be greater intuition and awareness happening. For some, there might be some mental conflict. So with this is about dissecting the various parts of yourself, how you see yourself, situations in your life, and really like analyzing things in your mind. I see a really stressed face there. So whether that's somebody that's unwell or mentally exhausted, or too many thoughts going on, and just peeling back those layers. And when we peel back those layers, and then growth occurs, and that's what it's all about. And I'm drawn for the first time ever to these geometric shapes here, which brings into mind sacred geometry, and I'm feeling that it's representing a couple of things. One is like blocks in the mind and putting things together like pieces of a puzzle and forming a square foundation in your life, which is what you want, but you don't feel like you're quite done because you're dissected. And another meaning to me is sacred geometry, things coming together, a sense of the number 4, which is more of a harmonious number of stability, and I feel like people are wanting to or drawing to a greater time of stability in their lives, which is something they've been asking for. Then we also have the emotional withdrawal card, which I'm sure has come up before. I'm really drawn to the colour blue at the moment in this shadow, but really is a combination of colours here that I see, blue, green and red, and I feel they're representing a couple of things. One is the chakras, so blue for communication, 3 for heart healing, red for the base chakras, or can also go back to the heart, to your fire, to passion, whatever it means for you. I feel like some people are burning with creativity and they're ready to set sail with that. I'm seeing a eagle figure right now in the sand. I'm seeing it just like you would see a formation in the clouds, or tea leaves, or coffee reading in cups. That's how I'm seeing it now. And to me that's representing freedom and plight, yet it's stuck in the sand. And I feel like your creativity might feel like it's stuck in the sand, and it's time for reflection and making your mark. Right here I see a handprint in the sand. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but right here. And to me, as I said, it's about making your mark. There's also footprints in the sand there, so your own artistic expression and making your mark in the world. But for that, first we need that time of tranquility and inner peace, reflected by his prayer pose. And the rock for me symbolizing stability as well, which I've already mentioned. And for some, you might be emotionally holding back, or you might be just easing out of a time of emotional upheaval. And also emotions represented by the waves. Also for some, a fluctuating situation with money with the number 8, and actually that's reflected in the next 2 cards, so I'll just get those ones. Okay, so firstly we have material harvest, which we've seen before. I've mentioned before that this represents all your resources coming together, a building of abundance, and that start of that, like the foundation, which I see through these like skeletal the skeletal picture in the background of a house in its purest formation being built, and it's about building your abundance and believing and having hope, because you're not quite at that point of completion, but it is coming at one of the next terms. You're making money, there's fruit being harvested, and you're in the early stages. And also in another card I noticed shadows, and I meant to say to beware of your shadow self, and this is again reflected in the shadows that are here in this card. So we have the play between light and dark. And then this card here represents those of you who are perhaps feeling like your supplies are not happening, like you're not seeing the abundance in your life. And the card says you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. And for others it might mean a reflective time. This is a reminder to go back inwards to yourself. See how all these three cards here actually have a person that's looking inwards. And they are not looking outwards, they are looking inwards to themselves, and that is the source of abundance for them. That is the source of knowledge, that is the source of wisdom. That is where the answers will be coming, and it's about putting time to reflect and to get that ball rolling, so to speak. So that's really important there. Okay, that's the general theme for May. And next what I thought I would do is just look at the beginning, middle and end. So let's start with the beginning. I have this card here which says awareness. And to me that is emulating what I said, I think the first card, the transformation card. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just put this transformation card that we looked at before. So there's a real sense of opening awareness, the crown chakra, information coming through, this knowledge, this wisdom. Look how wise this person looks. They have this real deep sense of knowing and almost like a smugness, and they are surrounded by a shield of light, not only a hood with a sacred figure on it of the eternity symbol. It's also the number 8, going back to being sure of yourself and knowing that money is coming through. And I also see this other shield here representing shielding yourself. But I see a real connection to the higher powers. So there's a real evolution from the transformation to the awareness. And then we have Aphrodite here, the inner goddess. And this is about awakening the goddess within you. So see how beautifully these cards come together. And these are just the ones that came out of the pack when I did the layout. This is about awakening to the goddess that is within you. And for males, of course, it's it's your version of that. And this is about self-care and nurturing, but appreciating your own divinity and seeing it and feeling it and expressing it in divine expression. Again, I'm feeling creativity, stars, magic, a sense of peace and a real sense of growth. We've come through from a lot of stages of development, so these are coming up to be pivotal times in the next few months, I feel. Okay, that's for roughly the beginning of May, although it could cross over to other parts of May, of course. Then for the mid-May, first of all, we have true love here. The card says, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Of course, at first when you look at it, you think of romantic love. So this will apply to those of you who either are in a soulmate relationship or are looking for one. But also it can represent universal love, divine love, and a connection with the universe and everything that is real, which is love and light. And we have here memories of love card, and this has come up before as well. And there's a feeling of perhaps saying goodbye to loved ones of the past, or perhaps past relationships that you need to let go of, that you might still be harboring some karmic ties with. It's also remembering, commemorating, respecting, honoring not only others but also yourself. I feel a great sense of healing with this card, and with the green border it really encapsulates that sense of healing as well. Emotional healing and letting go and watching the ripple effects of that. So that's what I'm being told right now. There's ripple effects of each candle that is being placed there that's so sacredly and with such intention, and you're reminded to set intentions for yourself and for your life, and then to let them go and to really believe and feel that sense of peace. And that is how you are to approach things. And if you could learn a great deal from this card, perhaps if you could meditate upon it and reflect upon what I've said, it will bring great meaning and wisdom to you. Okay, so now for the end of May, we have White Tara with sensitivity. This card is about empathy, sensitivity, not only energetically, but also to your environment and other people. So this is to say, take care of yourself and your energy. This to me right now is representing the energy or auric field around a person. And I feel that you are to take the greatest respect of your body, which is your temple, through what you are eating, what you are taking in, what you are breathing in, including chemicals and toxins and so on in your environment, and staying nestled in a little, in a beautiful meditative pose. Again, that's that very similar to the other cards that I mentioned that have that sense of prayer and inner reflection and meditation. As you can see, it's really being shown through a lot of the cards. It's weaving through as a sign that this is really pivotal for this month. So avoid anything too harsh, any harsh people, environments, situations, and so on. Take care of yourself as you are blooming and you are awakening. I'm drawn to the flower there, like the lotus opening. So this again is about transformation and awareness, like in these two cards. Then we have the third eye chakra, so we're developing, and again this connects too with these two cards. It's developing spiritual awareness and an awakening, and your intuition will be heightened. And I'm feeling right now, they're telling me the full moon, and I'm drawn to the circle pictures here, will also really raise the sense of intuition and heightened awareness. So watch out for the full moon later in the month. I think it's around the 25th from memory. Okay, well, thank you for listening. I got through this. For anybody who would perhaps like to have a go at having a free reading with me, I have an Ask Nat column. The details are below this video, where you have a chance of getting a free reading. It could be a question you have for the cards and from the angels, or just a general spiritual question even. And I have a newsletter that has lots of spiritual info in it. So all details are below, and I give regular angel messages too on my Facebook page. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I really look forward to seeing what the next month brings, because I see a lot of magic happening and a great deal of shifts. And actually, shifts is what I talked about in my main newsletter. So subscribe to that. It's free. The details are below. And I really talk about all the shifts that have been happening with us. Anyway, it's like one shift after another. But I feel like we're at the tail end of quite a long journey. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Okay, bye-bye.